Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have Friday favorites. These are going to be my Fancifuls and Flounders for the week. I am going to post Friday favorites every Friday, and then I will do monthly favorites as well. And every week I'm just going to show you what I've been enjoying. And I don't know that every week I'll have a flounder or a fail, but if I do, I'll let you know. And these are just products that I've used throughout the week and really enjoyed. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to talk about my eye products that I've been using for the week. I have kind of used more matte shadows this week. I've really been enjoying just a matte look, whether it be just one shade swiped all over the lid or kind of really defining the outer corner or doing a smoky eye. Whatever it may be, I've been enjoying my matte shades. So for that look, I've been using my Urban Decay Naked palettes. I have the original one and then the Naked 2. I used the original one one day this week and just kind of swiped the color Faint all over the lid and then just put a little mascara. That was just a super easy look for me. Wasn't really going anywhere, but I wanted something. So I really liked that. And then in the Naked 2 palette, or Naked Basics 2, I pretty much used the entire palette. I took, and I'll show you guys these colors up close, but I took the color Stark and applied that all over the lid and pretty much from lid to brow bone. And then I used the color Skimp right under the brow bone and in the inner corner. I used Frisk to blend in my upper crease as a transition color. I used Cover, I was going to say Clover. It's not Clover. I used Cover to kind of define the crease a little bit more. Then I used Primal to really enhance the outer corner. And then I used Undone and kind of smudged that along the lash line. And I really, really enjoyed the way that looked. It was just a beautiful matte, kind of, sort of smoky eye actually, but this palette's really, really good. If I had to choose between the Naked and the Naked 2, I think I would honestly choose the Naked Basics 2. The only problem I have with this is Undone, this darker color, is as dark as it gets, whereas the Naked Basics Original has the color Creme, and that's really dark. It's a borderline black, and that's nice to use as liner or to really smoke out, you know, the lash line or the outer corner. And let me see if I can compare these two. Without breaking my shadows, preferably. So you can see the difference in Crave versus Undone. Crave is much, much darker, but they're both great. And if I had to choose one, which I'm not going to, but if I had to, I would choose the Naked Basics 2. So sticking with eyeshadows and the Urban Decay theme, I also used my Vice 3 palette. I hate this reflective thing going on. It shows fingerprints and it's just not pretty. And my phone rings. Pause. Okay, so like I was saying, I don't like the reflective packaging. It just shows fingerprints, but I mean, whatever. It's not about the outside. It's about the inside. So here is what the inside looks like. You get 20 eyeshadows. This whole row is matte, and then there's a variety of shimmer and metallic colors, different jewel tones, but sticking with the matte theme, I use this first column of colors right here, and I also use the color Defy over here. So again, I will show you close-ups, but just to give you a rundown of kind of the eye look that I went for, I took Truth and put that all over the lid, and then I took Undone, used that as my blending transition color, went in with Downfall, and defined the crease a little bit more, took DTF, which, let's get real, that's an awesome name, right? Took DTF, applied that in the outer corner, and then I smudged Defy right along the lower lash line and underneath the lash line. And again, I really, really liked that look. And then to brighten the outer corner, I used a touch of Bobby Dazzle, which is right there. So I've been loving Urban Decay eyeshadows. I always love Urban Decay eyeshadows, but really been reaching towards their matte shades this past week. Okay, so for foundation this week, I have found a new drugstore holy grail even not from the drugstore favorite. This stuff is amazeballs, and I don't know that I'll ever be able to live without it. I already bought a backup, even though I had only used it for like 4 days. I needed to go buy a backup because that's how crazy I am. So the foundation I'm talking about is the Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid Touch Foundation. And that's what it looks like. It comes in a glass bottle, and it has like that weird dropper applicator. And the shade that I use is 10 Porcelain Ivory. This is the lightest shade, and it matches really, really well with my fair skin. But the reason I love this foundation is it's extremely lightweight. It is sheer but buildable to medium coverage, and it just gives your skin the most beautiful, like velvet, silky smooth feeling. It sets like that. It sets so fast, like you don't even need a powder. And one day, it was like half asleep. I woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to get ready for work, and I applied this, and I always use a powder, but I applied this, and then I was going through my routine, and by the time I got done, I'd already put my blush on, my bronzer on. I was like, I didn't use a powder for this. And I was like, great. So today I'm going to be an oil slick. This foundation isn't going to last. No, this foundation lasted all day. This lasts better than my Urban Decay Naked Skin, my NARS Sheer Glow. I would choose this foundation over any high-end foundation, hands down. So if you haven't tried this out, or you've been kind of leery about trying it out, go get you some. It's awesome. But you do have to keep in mind that it's a sheer to medium coverage. So if you have a lot of issues on your skin and you like to cover those up, this isn't going to do it for you. You'll need a concealer and maybe a like powder foundation to set it, just to give you that extra level of coverage. But I love this. This is a great winter foundation, and I don't know. This is my baby now. This is my baby. For bronzer this week, I was digging through my collection trying to utilize some of the stuff that I have, and I wasn't in the mood to like really care about my makeup, so I picked out my Physicians Formula Bronze Booster, and these are the Glow Boosting Sunstones, and they look like that. So these are just like the little pearls that are a bronzer, and they give you a little bit of glow. And like I said, I wasn't really in the mood to care about my makeup, so I chose these. Well, when I put them on, I fell in love. This is a great dupe for Too Faced's Sun Bunny bronzer. If you don't want to shell out the $30-some for that, get your hands on the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster Sunstones. This gives an amazing glow. This light medium shade is pretty light. I think in the summer I'll have to go to the medium dark, but it gives my skin such a nice glow and just enough warmth to make me not look dead. I mean, after I've done my foundation and concealer, your skin looks really flat, and you need to add some dimension and some life back into it, and this is a perfect product for this. I use, let's see, I use a really big fluffy duo fiber brush to apply these, and I just really sweep it all over my skin. And this has just, I don't know, I love this stuff, and I'm really excited to get the darker version. The other thing about the Physicians Formula is if you buy it like not on sale or without a coupon, it can be pricey. So wait until like Ulta has their 40% off Physicians Formula, or Walgreens has like buy one get one half off or something like that, and you can get these relatively cheap. I mean, it's still pricey, but I think these are like 15 bucks, which again, it's pricey, but you can always score coupons from Ulta or Walgreens or Target or something like that. So now to get into blush, I have been loving just a kind of plum toned, deeper cheek, especially in the winter. I feel like that's a really good time to pull out your darker blushes. And I heard Nicole from Young, Wild, and Polished, which I will link her below. She is hysterical. Like, if I met her in real life, I just think she'd be so fun. Like, she is awesome. She talks about the camel toe, which I think is hysterical. If you're offended by that, whatever. You just need to, loosen up a little bit, just loosen up. But anyways, I heard about these, or these struck my interest because I heard about them on her channel. And what I'm talking about is these cream blushes. Let me grab the other one from Maybelline, and they are the They are the Master Glaze by Face Studio cream blushes. Now I have 4 of the 5 colors right now, but the 2 that I've been reaching for the most are number 60 in Plums Up, which looks like that, and number 50 in Make a Mauve. I use Make a Mauve more than I use the Plums Up, but they're both gorgeous. You could totally wear these and not set them. They dry to like a silky powder finish, but I decided to top them with another kind of plummy, darker color blush, which is not this one. This is Tarte's Amazonian Clay Longwear Blush in Flush. This is not the one, but I'll show it to you since I already did. This is like a bright magenta, fuchsia, purpley kind of color, and this is not what I was using. Let me go find the one I was using. Okay, well, I cannot find that blush to save my life. I've been searching for it. I don't know where it went. I don't know, it ran away. I will insert a clip though when I do find it. But the one that I have been wearing all week long is Blushing Bride, and that is like a brownish plum color, and that one definitely has some visible gold shimmer in it. Not so much where you look like a disco ball, but just enough to give you that nice glow on your cheeks. You can still use a highlighter and not look overboard, but if you don't want to use a highlighter, you can just use that blush and you would be good to go. So I've really been loving that blush, and it's a great, like I said, winter fall shade. It's beautiful. So for lips, I'm not a huge lip product person. I see all of these beauty girls on YouTube like using all these crazy colors and just obsessing over like lipsticks, and that's not me. I don't know if it's because I have like super small thin lips or what. I just don't like a lot of color on my lips. I don't like, I could, I don't know, live without lipstick and I'd be fine with a lip balm. And speaking of a lip balm, my favorite has been the Korres Lip Butter in Quince. Now this is awesome. This gives moisture to your lips and it gives a tiny bit of color. Let me see if I can swatch it. Let's see if the camera picks up what it looks like. Can you see that? There you go. So it gives just the right amount of color, especially like after you've done your foundation. You can, and your lips get a little like foundation-y. If you put a little bit of this on, it moisturizes, it makes your lips feel really, really nice, and it also gives a little bit of color so that you don't look dead. So I love this. Again, this is in the color Quince, and I have another one, but I don't remember what the color is. It's a little bit lighter, but I love either one, and I just love Korres' lip balms in general. Okay, so let's talk about a hair product that I like. This is it's got hair on it, go figure. This is the Herbal Essence Touchably Smooth Anti-Frizz Cream. And I have naturally curly hair, and it can get a little frizzy sometimes. Most of the time I don't have a huge issue with it, but I have used this product in place of my Pantene Pro V BB hair cream or whatever it was. That I would put detangler in my hair, comb it out, and then use that as like a heat protector and smoother, just to add a little bit more moisture back into my hair. Since it is curly, it does tend to be a little more on the dry side. Well, I ran out of that, and I had purchased this a while ago, and I was like, let's just use this up, and then I can go back to the Pantene. And I have to say, I really, really like this. I use one pump, put it in my hand, kind of distribute it between the two. I start at the ends and work it all the way through my hair, and then comb it out and go on with the rest of my styling products. And I feel like it does just add that tiny bit of moisture back into my hair, helps it stay smooth and not get so frizzy, and it enhances my curls, I think. So it just fell. Anyways, so if you have naturally curly hair and you struggle with frizz, and the dryness. Try that product. Try just a little. You don't need a lot. Like I said, I have pretty long hair, and I just use one pump and comb it through my hair and absolutely love it. So that's it for my Fancifuls. Now let's get into a couple floundering products. Products that kind of I just didn't like this week. And the first one is kind of a surprise. I have a haul on this mascara. This is the L'Oreal Paris Telescopic Shocking Extensions Mascara. This used to be holy grail status for me. I used to love this. It's got a rubber brush and it's thin. And I remember this mascara giving me lots of length, lots of volume, not clumping. And now it still gives me length. It still gives me okay volume, but it clumps like nobody's business. And I don't remember it doing that before. And I don't know if it's just because I've been using like my clump crusher for so long or what, but this I'm not enjoying anymore. I'm gonna give it some time to kind of dry out a little bit and see if that helps the clumpiness. But I can do one coat, and then as soon as I go back to do the second coat, my eyelashes are, first off, really, really hard and brittle feeling, which cannot be good for your lashes. And it just clumps up so quickly. Whereas my Clump Crusher, which is my holy grail mascara, you could do like 17 coats and it wouldn't clump up. It always looks good. So this is kind of a flounder this week. I don't know. I'm kind of bummed because I remember really, really liking this. I only do one coat of mascara on my lower lash lines, and this is still really good for that, especially because it's got a skinnier brush. So I'm not going to throw it away. I'll use it, and I hope it gets back to its amazing self. But as of right now, it's kind of crappy. Last flounder is this Bodycology Miami Mango Nourishing Body Cream. Now, I have many different scents from Bodycology in their Nourishing body cream, and I love them. They're very, very comparable to the Bath & Body Works Triple Moisture Body Cream, or whatever it's called. And, I mean, the formula is dead on, and it's like a third of the price. So, I have lots of scents. Yeah, one of the other scents that I really do enjoy is the Sweet Love Nourishing Body Cream. This is awesome too. So, it's not necessarily the scent that bothers me. It's got a really, really nice, like, coconut, summery, kind of, I don't know, tropical scent. It is the formula of this specific one. And I don't know if I've just had it for too long and it's gone bad or what. But this stuff, I don't know. Can you hear that? It is runny. It is just not good. And I literally went to put it in my hand. Well, I use this one. I went to put it in my hand and I washed my hands and didn't even put it on my body. It was so runny and gross. I mean, I'm going to do this just because I love you guys. But I'm not even putting pressure. Look at that. That is horrible. Okay, so my camera shut off. Anyways, I think I was just showing you guys how runny this stuff was. And it was probably a good thing my camera shut off because I had to go wash my hands right after because it was haggard. Anyways, I'll show you what it looks like, how it's supposed to look like. Okay, so I have this one, which is Love Sweet Love. And this is how it's supposed to look like. My hair is in my eye. Do you see how, like, I don't know, how thick and creamy that one is? When that was just, like, streaming out of the bottle, I wasn't even putting any pressure on it. I literally just open up the lid and it just starts pouring out. So that's my other Friday flounder. And I'm hoping that this one will soon become a Fanciful again. So I hope you guys enjoyed my Friday favorites, Fancifuls and Flounders. And let me know down below what your Friday favorites were or some products that I should try out because you know me, I'm always ready to try some new products. So I hope you guys have a great weekend and I will see you on Monday. I'm going to try to do a filming schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So hopefully that works out. Hopefully I'll see you on Monday. If not, I'll just see you in the next video. Bye guys.